A senior official says he has confidence in the development of Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. Vice Chairman of National People's Congress Standing Committee Ismail Tilawadi was speaking with reporters from Al Jazeera and other overseas media on Wednesday. He answered questions about the July 5th riot and the development of Xinjiang.
Ismail Tilawadi said the facts prove that the July 5th riot was incited from overseas. He said a mass fight at a toy factory in Guangdong on June 26 was an ordinary public order case, which has been properly resolved. The World Uyghur Congress seized on the incident to smear the government's ethnic and religious policies. After the Urumqi riot, the outside forces continued to fan discord through the internet, telephone, and television. He said Rabia Kadir frequently give interviews to overseas media, instigating separatism abroad and causing trouble at Chinese embassies in various countries.
The incident was not an ethnic or a religious issue. It was an act of terrorism against our nation and against mankind. Terrorism is the enemy of the people of the world. Anti-terrorism is a consistent stance of all sovereign countries, including China.
So again, it is not religious.
The measures that the Chinese government has taken were widely supported by other countries. The central government will not neglect the interests of all ethnic groups in Xinjiang. The Chinese government will stand together with other nations in the world to attack terrorism.
Tilawadi said the Urumqi riot was a serious violent crime involving beating, smashing, looting and burning. No country would allow such crimes. It has caused 184 people dead and great economic losses. The central government will punish the criminals according to law.
The July 5th incident is different from the common internal disputes. To safeguard social order, defend all ethnic groups' normal life, we arrested some people. Some of them are youngsters cheated by separatists. If they recognize their mistakes, the government will deal with their cases at discretion. The government will punish those who played a major role in the riot. But for other people involved in the riot, the government will deal with them through education.
He said disputes or even conflicts between common people are an internal affair, and the government would deal with these disputes in a peaceful and friendly way. He said the Chinese government has many channels to deal with the disputes. For example, the National People's Congress. Ordinary people could express their wish and requirements through the NPC. Tilawadi said Xinjiang is a place with a variety of ethnic groups who live together in friendship and with equal rights. All people have contributed to the development of Xinjiang during the past 6 decades.
I've never heard from the central government of ethnic containment. There used to be 13 ethnic groups in Xinjiang. Now there are 47 ethnic groups permanently living there. With development of our country, the society, and increasing exchanges among different ethnic groups, more and more enterprises have gone to Xinjiang. It is Xinjiang's potential that made it possible for the development of all ethnic groups there. And Xinjiang has a good cooperative relationship with all groups. Even big international companies have gone to Xinjiang, including those from Pakistan and Afghanistan. Our country has implemented a family planning policy, but compared to Han, ethnic minorities enjoy relatively lax policies. And for ethnic groups with a small population, we have not implemented this policy.
Tilawadi said after the July 5th riots, separatists and extremists and terrorists led by Rabia Kadir have continued to fan the flames, spreading rumors and lies to the global media. Most countries have expressed understanding of China's stance. Only a small number of parliamentary representatives support them.
China has established diplomatic relations with most of the countries in the world, including Muslim countries. And it has maintained good bilateral and multilateral relations. Peaceful foreign policies are the core of China's diplomacy. China is against countries intervening in other countries' internal affairs. And China never interferes with other countries' internal matters.
Tiliwaldi says it's very common for people of Xinjiang's ethnic groups to work in their provinces.
People from Xinjiang work in other provinces just like migrant workers from other provinces. This is the result of the pursuit of happiness as China's market economy prospers and improves. Working and living conditions improve. So Xinjiang people have seen their living conditions improve and they can learn advanced technology and science.
Tiliwaldi used the figures to demonstrate Xinjiang's development. He said its GDP was less than 4 trillion yuan in 1978, but in 2008, it reached over 420 trillion yuan. Xinjiang's exports and imports totaled only $23 million in 1978, and in 2008, the figure reached over $22 billion. Tiliwaldi himself witnesses the great changes that have happened to Xinjiang.
In 1962, when I was a student in Xinjiang University, it took me 9 days to go to Urumqi by lorry from my hometown Kashgar. Now it takes me only an hour and a half by plane or 2.5 hours by train. Transportation is now really convenient.
Tiliwaldi also says that in addition to economic development, Xinjiang's culture, education, technology, public health, and sports have developed at a fast pace. Their 9 years of compulsory education and illiteracy among the youth and middle-aged has been eradicated. In the mid-1950s, there was only one university in Xinjiang. Now there are over 30. Tiliwaldi also shows his optimism for Xinjiang's future. He said with the support of the central government, he is confident in Xinjiang's development. It will definitely have a better future with more harmonious ethnic relations and more prosperous culture.